What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, as expected, as usual, every time Deontay Wilder, for the past 3-4 years at least, every time, or even maybe longer, he has a fight, he immediately, the next day or the following week, he goes on 7-8 Sports so he can be glazed and say whatever the fuck he wants to say and have, this guy worship him and tell him what he wants to hear. So, Deontay Wilder said some things. I'm not shocked. I tell you guys this all the time. Now, he thanked the people of Wichita, Kansas, and he wants to go back there and the love he got and all, whatever, right? Now, he said some things that were so contradicting, as usual, okay? But for some reason, grown-ass men and women can't decipher bullshit when it's coming out the mouth of someone that they show favoritism to, okay? So, what he said was, one of the things, said several things. One of the things that Deontay Wilder said was he's going to take his time. Now, he talked about fighting Usyk and all that, and fighting for a world championship. He's going to take his time. He's going to take a week off, then he's right back in training. Now, he's already hinted twice that in other videos that he already know who he's fighting, that it's a big name, and the fight's pretty much locked in. He gave Herndon all this praise just to turn around and say he was in survival mode. No, motherfucker, he wasn't in survival mode. You didn't do shit for him to have to survive. He was there for the fucking paycheck. He never tried to win. He barely threw any punches at you, and he pretty much was scared to fight. All that motherfucker did was slip some punches. But he did much of nothing. You're 39, 40 years old. We can see, like somebody said something in the comment section, and it could be true. I don't know. But he was talking about how Joe Calzaghe had the surgeries and how he didn't have any real impact in his right hand anymore. I don't know if that's the case or not with Deontay, but compared Deontay, even the way he was throwing his punches, I'm talking about the power that he was throwing them with against Zhang, compared to what he was doing against this guy, Herndon. He lost his snap. He has nothing. He's finished. Now, this guy can sit here and glaze him all he wants and call him champ and talk about how people... The funny thing is, this guy talks more shit about other fighters than just about anybody else. Somehow, when he's talking to Deontay, people talking shit, the motherfuckers ain't fighters, they don't know what you go through, champ. Okay, motherfucker. So basically, and that's for those motherfuckers who don't fight. So that shit definitely doesn't include me. Okay, but at the same time, you can call Anthony Joshua a bitch. You could call Floyd Mayweather a bitch or whatever the fuck. You could talk shit about it, Timothy Bradley, whoever. But when it comes to your favorites, then all of a sudden nobody else knows anything. Deontay's no fucking different from nobody else. He went to the very bitch move. This is a bitch move that people do. He starts talking about, my house is all paid for, I got money saved up, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, first of all, nobody cares about that. You, out of your own mouth, said you don't need boxing, so why the fuck did you box? You said you didn't miss boxing, so why the fuck did you box? Nobody cares about what you got paid for. We know damn well, if you had that $120 million and that $50 million against AJ like you were supposed to, and here's the thing, the $120 million was against AJ twice, okay, and Dominic Brazil. The $50 million was against who? AJ. So there's nobody else that you could fight to make 50 fucking million. Not even against Fury did you even come close to making 50 million. You're the one throwing numbers out. So we're not stupid, man. When you were asked, did you miss boxing? You said you actually didn't miss boxing, that you don't even need boxing. So why the fuck do you do it? Because we love it. And then you turn around and always talk about people don't understand how we be putting our lives on the line. You the only fucking fighter that keep making that bitch ass argument. We know you putting your life on the line. Nigga, you chose this. What the fuck are you talking about? You making like somebody put a gun in your fucking head, had a gun in your family's head and said, you gonna be a boxer, we gonna kill all your family. You chose this shit. You put our, they don't understand, we put our lives on the line, we risking our, as your people talk. I know, right. So it's like I said, if you gave a fuck about boxers in general, you wanna know what you tell 7-8 and anybody else that called Anthony Joshua a bitch, and talks, you know what you say? Nah, 7-8, we not gonna roll like that. We're not gonna call that man a bitch. He's not a bitch, he's a fighter, just like me. He put his life on the line, just like me. Got family and people that he take care of, just like me. Got ups and downs in life that he go through, just like me. So we're not gonna call no fighters bitches and call them out their name. I would fucking respect you. You know what? If Deontay Wilder was the same bum-ass fighter he always been, with his limited skills, if that motherfucker was honest, I could at least go, yo, you know what, man? He's trying his best. If he was a humble motherfucker that was just, but bottom line, same dude that sat here and told us, right? He got a blessing and a curse in the right hand. What applies to other fights don't apply to him. Same guy that sat here and said he do things that he shouldn't do, and that things he should do, he don't do. But when you got this kind of power, you don't need to do all of that. This the same dude who had Mark Breland, who was by far way better fighter than he ever was and ever could be, couldn't even listen to him. Now you talked about how you and Malik Scott, it's a brotherhood, y'all meshed together, everything is where you, the same comeback story that you making now, you made when Malik Scott was there. Now all of a sudden, you got a different trainer, and you with this whole, we put up, people don't understand. Why you always keep resorting to we put our lives on the line? And then you got to talk about how your houses are paid for and our carpets market. Motherfucker, we talk about a sport, bitch. We ain't talking about your personal life. Whatever the fuck you going through that you put out there, like you going to court, trying to get custody of your daughter, trying to get joint custody, that's some shit that's put out there. I don't even talk about that shit. Nobody gives a fuck about that. That's your personal life. Jamal, Charles, same thing. What you hear me say about them? Y'all need to stop bringing y'all personal life in front of these cameras, trying to fucking impress these fans, talking shit about each other. Because at the end of the day, nobody gonna care about y'all more than y'all care about each other. Don't wait until y'all motherfuckers are old and gray or shit just not the same for you just to realize how much y'all mean to each other, because these fans just gonna boo or cheer. And in fact, if y'all decide to fight each other, you would have very few people saying y'all shouldn't do that. Y'all brothers, fuck that, man. Y'all, nah. They wouldn't nobody sit there and beg the Klitschko's to fight each other. Y'all motherfuckers don't even fucking beg for Fury and what's his face? Joseph Parker. And they ain't family, they're just friends. But then y'all complain about Shakur saying he won't fight Keyshawn Davidson. I'm like, yo, I feel y'all on that shit. All this, yo, we friends and we whatever, man. Like I said, that's why I agree with Caleb Plant when he says I'm not friends with nobody in my weight class. Therefore, we have no excuse for you to not fight motherfuckers. Oh, we friends, you know, and whatever, man. At the end of the day, it comes down to this guy saying all of these different things just to turn around and contradict himself, and then get mad because nobody's agreeing with. Like you see, people like 7-8 Sports and his fans are the worst fucking people that Deontay can be around. And I'm gonna tell you why. On one hand, you might feel like you're important to these people because they're glazing you. Okay, so that might work for you one way, but seeing the way you convey shit, it's the worst thing that happened to you, because people are not being honest enough to tell you, Deontay, you got to tighten up. This motherfucker there talking about how he was using the jab more, throwing off the jab, and the basic shit. What's the first fucking punch you learn when you go to the fucking gym? A jab. A fucking jab. You sat there a couple of months ago and said your right hand was damaged. That's why you was throwing it, and you had to mentally get used to just throwing the left hand without all this shit. You was every fucking time you turn around, this dude is something was wrong in training camp. Something was wrong behind the scenes. Something was this. Something was always something. You say these things and then you turn around like nobody can be honest. See, being a hater, you can't be honest. So if somebody asks you, hey, what you like better, this blue shirt or this purple shirt? Motherfucker say the purple shirt. Oh man, why you hating? Dumb bitch. Why the fuck did you ask? So somebody has to be hating in order to be honest with it. We're hating. Give a fuck how you take it, man. Y'all glaze these fucking fighters and sit there, champ this, champ that, Anthony, absolutely, champ. Yeah, you know, and you know these motherfuckers talk shit, man. Yeah, right. Y'all think y'all the fucking authority. Y'all can talk shit about whoever y'all want, but people can't say the truth about you. Man, ain't nobody lying when they say that you washed up. Nobody's lying when we say that you was never that good in the first place. You was always just a right hand. And nobody's fucking lying when they say, plain and simple, you are delusional. And you say one thing, then you say something else. You debunk your own fucking arguments, man. And I'm listening to this dude, you gonna take your time. Nah, you going to, and he said he going to take 2 more tune-ups. You the same motherfucker said AJ take all the easy fights. You don't take tune-ups. I'm like, yo, the fact that came out of your fucking mouth and your fucking fan base didn't immediately say, Deontay, seriously? Yeah, we rock with you, but nah, man, stop. AJ don't take the easy fights. His resume is far better than yours. And 2, take AJ out the picture. Let's take we don't even have to compare Fury or nobody else. Just look at your resume. Who in the fuck? What hard fights? If you consider those fights hard fights, it's because of your lack of fucking skill. Are you shitting me? I listened to this man talk, man, and he talked, and when he started talking that shit about his house and all that being paid for and this and that, newsflash, motherfucker, my shit paid for too. You got other people who are not millionaires, they shit paid for too. Both my kids going to college. What the fuck is that for me to sit and throw at somebody else? Because that would be like me telling somebody, let's say, for example, I'm out here blasting music, disturbing the peace, right? And I'm playing all types of, it's just loud as hell. Not to mention, on top of that, I'm listening to music where they cursing and swearing. You got kids around and all that. Now, my ego had me, because now let's say somebody respectfully just say, hey, sir, could you please like the music? It's very loud. And and I, let me just go, oh, no doubt, for sure. Apologize for that. And then just let the peace be. Instead, I get pissed off, right? I complain when somebody else blasts their music. I complain when people driving through the street 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, waking you up out your sleep, fucking racing and shit and all this goofy shit. But now, I do all this dumb shit. But when somebody respectfully asks me, could I, not blast the music so loud? Because I'm literally blasting the music. Now, I get mad and start saying shit like, hating ass motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker, well, look at your broke ass. Look at your little ass house and my big motherfucking house. Yeah, motherfucker, both my kids going to college. What about your broke ass kids, huh? Can you afford the senior? That's exactly what you're saying. Might give a fuck about your money. I told you, motherfuckers. He's one of these people, just like other celebrities. Most of these motherfuckers will sit here and try to talk to y'all like, man, y'all know me. Y'all see what I do. I show you. Y'all know me. But when you don't agree with them, then you don't know me, man. I told y'all that a couple of videos ago. That's what y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know what I go through. Man, we don't give a fuck what you go through. We got our own issues in life. We're looking at bell to bell, what you do in that ring. You and your fan base are the ones that take it outside the ring and start complaining about all this other shit. And you like, you the only motherfucker in the world that got problems. But yet, every fucking body else is making excuses, but you're speaking facts. You know what I find weird about this dude, man? Oh, there's one thing I didn't say in the last video, and I'm gonna say this shit now. Remember I was talking about this motherfucker, 13 opportunities that I thought of, and ain't no telling how many opportunities this motherfucker probably done stayed away from on purpose, scared to fight certain people. Remember the tweet that motherfucker sent to Tyson Fury? Which is why I meant to say and I forgot to say, but that's why I told y'all, he always talking about somebody being a man of their word or whatever. And remember that motherfucker tweeted Tyson Fury and said, I'm a man of my word, right? And I expect you to be, just like I told you, right? After the first fight or whatever it was, that I was going to fight you again. And remember, I turned down a fight with AJ for a whole lot more money to fight you. Remember that tweet? And it's the same fucking dude that says, he don't have opportunities. He didn't get the opportunities that AJ got, that Usyk got. Ho, you was smelling yourself way too much. You know what I never heard this motherfucker say? I never heard this motherfucker take accountability for himself and say, yo, you know what, man? I made a lot of bad decisions. I made mistakes. I made bad decisions. Things that I thought I should have been doing, I wasn't. My ego got the best of me. You know, one of the most arrogant motherfuckers I ever listened to or seen in my life was LL Cool J. And you want to know what that motherfucker, it took him to become 56 years old to finally say this shit? But he was being interviewed by Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe asked him about the beef with cannabis, and he said, it was my fault. It was my fault. And he's like, I take full responsibility, it's my fault. And he said, So when he asked about me bar that mic on your arm and this, he said, at the time I didn't take it as a compliment. I was an egomaniac, man. Back in the day when I said, yo, I could tell this motherfucker ego was off the chain. Everything, the facial expressions he made, the way he looked at people, certain interviews he had, the way, I mean, just a little sarcastic kind of disrespect. Like there was things about him. You know, he said something in the song that I felt was like bullshit. Nobody called him out on it when he said something that song Big Old Butt. Something about a girl named Monique being a freak. She only 17, but yo, don't sleep. You know, and this motherfucker, you understand what I'm saying? All the 20-something years old, but all this kind of shit. Point is, he finally talked about how he did things back in the day, man. Stupidity, ego, arrogance. And I've never heard Deontay Wilder say any of that shit. It's always everybody around him. People like that will never change. Why? They will never look at the things they do wrong. Everything about them will always be, I'm the victim, I'm the victim. Everybody's ganging up on me. Nobody understands my story. Me, me, me. I'm the only one that has to go to court for some shit. I'm the only fighter that got my ass whooped and had to make excuses and then got my ass whooped again, had to make more excuses, then got my ass whooped again and had to make more excuses, then again and again and had to make more excuses. And the fact that people don't believe me, I'm offended. Bro, you know what I really find crazy is, like, I listen to people glaze him and try the best way possible to tell the truth about him without being blunt about it. Let me sit back and act as if what's going on, what's being said is like, it's all in good faith. We're just talking. I'm not trying to shit on him or nothing like that. So I'm going to dance around this dude. But then I'll come out my face and completely disrespect somebody who's not lying, who's out here fighting the best fighter, which is why I always gave Devin Haney his props, because let's just be real. Devin Haney was trying to get that fucking smoke with everybody while he was champion. And all these other champions sit back like, nah, man, they got to fight each other and eliminate each other. But Haney like, this dude is going up to fight Brian Norman. Of all people, you know what he didn't do? He didn't go up and try to take an easy fight. He's going up, no tune-ups. No, let me get used to the weight, straight to Brian Norman. Now, you Devin Haney haters ain't going to sit here and say, yo, he's daring to be great. Was Deontay Wilder daring to be great when he fought a motherfucker ranked 238? And he's telling you now he's going to take like 2 more tune-up fights. What the fuck did I just tell? I told y'all to do this so predictable. I said he don't want to fight 3, 4, 5 times. And if he does, it's going to be nothing but cherry picks. He's going to say to get himself back right. I told you he's going to talk about ring rust, all of this shit. Yet a guy like Jamal Charlo take all this time off, come back in and wipe the floor with motherfuckers. But yet he want to talk to you like his skill set is above everybody else's. And he keep talking about what he was because he know he's not that now. And I told you, he's going to do nothing but cherry pick and fight bums. And hope that somehow in there, somebody go, hey, Deontay, man, let's put you in this fight with AJ. Hey, let's put you in a 4th fight. Let's try to get Fury out of retirement. Hey, let's get you this Usyk fight. That's what he's hoping. You do not earn that shit by beating bums. I don't give a fuck how much 7-8 anybody else glaze your ass. You do not. No fighter. You don't ever hear me fucking sit here and give any fighter the pass for fighting bums. Fuck what you did. That's what you don't understand. What you did is what you did. What you doing now is some bullshit. So even if you was to get the fight, cool. When you get knocked the fuck out, what you gonna say? The same bum-ass shit your fucking bum-ass fans gonna say, oh, if Champ was younger, he would have did this. Y'all kill me with this bullshit, bro. Every fucking thing that come out your mouth. Well, here's the thing, right? If you are must-see TV like you claim, he say the same things every time. He said the same shit again. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, everybody always tell me, you know what I'm saying? Boxing ain't the same without you, man. The division is dead without you. Right, that's how much you love boxing. The division is dead without you. We need to see you come back and fight dudes ranked 238. Yeah, we just clamoring for that shit. We just can't get enough of it, Deontay. You knock out a bunch of bums, and that's what like excites the heavyweight division. Nah, motherfucker, what the intrigue was what happens if he land the right hand on Fury? What happens if he land the right hand on AJ? What happens if he land the right hand on this one and that one? Because all you did was fought low-level dudes. I already told you who your 3 biggest wins was against. Anybody with some real sense knows who that was. And none of the motherfuckers are great fighters. Not one of them are Hall of Fame. None of them motherfuckers you beat. Not one of them. They're not all-time greats, not even close to being a Hall of Fame, and they ain't do shit. Ariola, Bermane Stiverne, and motherfucking Luis Ortiz. Not one of them motherfuckers in the Hall of Famers. So how are you going to be considered great when you don't beat great fighters? That's the part that fucked you up. Your ego still got you thinking you can go in there and do it. That's why people want to see you go in there and get knocked the fuck out, because your mouth. But then you act like everybody's hating because you're not, you just a heavyweight version of Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner get his ass whooped, then talk about how, you know what I'm saying, I feel disrespected, like people that give me my props, they're like, I don't do this shit for real. I came from water and cornflakes. Bro, ain't nobody asked you about your fucking budget meal. We talking about what the fuck you do in the fucking ring. The same shit. But you sitting up here talking about how your house is paid. Yo, this is the actions and the mindset of an arrogant motherfucker that think that they're better than the people that's talking. So you got the right to come buy a ticket and help you motherfuckers get rich. You got the right to come and glaze and praise you motherfuckers. But you don't have the right to be honest and speak against what you see, or you be honest about, I don't like what I'm seeing in this guy now, whatever. So was Turkey Al-Sheikh hating when he said he don't like what he saw on you? And he didn't want to put you on the next card? He know you can do better? When Turkey Al-Sheikh stood there and told you to your fucking face before the Zhang fight, I believe in you. I can see it in your eyes. I know you're going to do it this time. Yeah. Was he lying to you or to himself? Because based on your actions and the results, he lied to everybody, including himself. So basically, if Turkey Al-Sheikh would have stood there and told you, yo, Deontay, to be honest with you, man, I'm booking you in this fight. I'm hoping you win, but looking at your past performances and like where you stand and your lack of skill and the fact that you're stepping up again, I don't think you're going to beat Zhang. In fact, I think he's going to knock you the fuck out. You would have called him a hater, right? He's a hater for that, right? But he would have been honest. He'd have been spot on, wouldn't he? He said he could see it in your eyes. I know you're going to do it this time. And you went in there and got knocked the fuck out, got spun the fuck around, and was trying to talk to the referee. Remember that shit? And then got knocked out. You talking about your personal life and all that. Man, you don't know what the fuck people go through. Let's compare something, Deontay. You got motherfuckers who go through the shit you go through and don't have half the money you got and still find a way to make it in life and still walk around with a better attitude than you do. Then you keep talking about God is good, life is good. That's your ego. Life is good, God is good, but you bitching about going to court and all the shit you're dealing with in your person. So which one is it, motherfucker? Which one is it? Hey, man, that cake is yours. That's all yours. That's you. You know what I'm saying? You can eat as much as you want. Just save some. That's your logic. That's your type of logic. You sat here and did all this talking and complaining. The tabloids got wind of you and your daughter. You trying to get custody of her, joint custody, and they shut you the fuck down. And you talking about how many days of school that your daughter missed due to being with the mom. The mom is not a fit mom. They denied you your fucking, they denied your shit, right? Your appeal didn't mean nothing. They denied your shit. So you going through custody battles and all that. They got kicked out of the fucking house, you know, due to flooding or something that you was paying for. No, yeah, all that shit that detect. See, you know why I'm mentioning this shit? Because this is shit that we see and read. I don't ever see the need to go and talk about this shit. But since you keep talking about what you went through, what you going, like you the only fucking fighter that go through some shit. You a big ass baby. You spoiled as fuck, and you was used to being able to knock these bums out. And like you said, right? At the end of the day, the fighter got the last say so. So all the motherfuckers you didn't fight mean you didn't want to fight the motherfuckers, not the other way around. All that. I was, like you said, you didn't say you dangerous now. You said you was dangerous. People talking shit. You motherfuckers sat here and told us you didn't knock out Joseph Parker because of the shit we was saying. So you spared him. Man, you got some real... You know the thing about you're delusional with a huge ego, man. Bro, Your own brother said you ain't shit. You was fucking his girl. See, this is the shit that get me about you so-called righteous men. And you sit here talking about being a child of God, God is good, and you sit there talking about you didn't think you could be a person with hatred in your heart. But now you have a heart full of hatred. You said that shit. You flip-flop around. You're not even, see, a real fucking man. We go through our shit. And we learn how to fucking conquer that shit. We take our pain and suffering and try to get through it. How did this happen? Let me get on top of this so this don't happen again. And you act like you got, man, you know how many motherfuckers would be willing to trade places with you in life? Fuck your boxing career. Just in general, where, hey, man, I got money. Hey, you sitting up here, you chose this life and you act like somebody owe you something. If not for the fucking fans, you be broke. You whatever the fuck you be doing in life wouldn't be boxing. Entitlement, man. And we knew. I'm like, yeah, I know you're going to go on 7-8 Sports like you always do. And I wasn't even looking for you. And that shit popped up in my fucking feed. And I started watching. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what he said after the whole talk about his house is paid for and stuff and this and that. I'm like, yeah, same old. Nothing else to hear. Okay? And if the video is like that long, all right? If it's like that long, when they got like to that almost mid, that's when I stopped. I don't even want to hear the rest of this shit. Same old bullshit. Everybody hating on him, but you can't stop what God got planned for you. You know what I'm saying? God is good. God is good. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. We put our lives on the line. You know what I'm saying? People talking shit. They don't even know what they talk. I know nobody know what they talking about when they speak against your bullshit. But you know they can say anything about any other fighter. As long as they put that fighter beneath you, they can call that fighter trash. They can call that fighter a bum. You know what you won't say? Yo, man, that man out here living his dreams. What about you? And you want to know why it's not necessary to say motherfucker? Because we got the fucking right to say what the fuck we want. And unlike these fucking bitch-made motherfuckers, I'm going to say what the fuck I want whenever the fuck I want to. So all that glazing, yo, champ, you know what I'm saying? You've been going on for a while. You think it was ring rust and yeah, whatever. Ring rust my ass, man. At your very best, you fought like you had ring rust. So at the end of the fucking day, we not playing that game with none of these fucking people, man. It's like, you know, when fighters try to get their point across, what I find really funny, you know, like example, right? To show you logic and reason. Remember when I posted the video and I showed you this guy, Kirkland Lang, and how he beat up 30-year-old Roberto Duran. And I wanted y'all to understand this. This wasn't to shit on Duran. This is to make the fucking, let you know something about one, Kirkland Lang, and then two, to let you see. You see how y'all be talking about Floyd couldn't beat Duran? You mean to tell me Kirkland fucking Lang could beat Duran, but Floyd can't? Oh, but he just had a bad night. Right, which would be the excuse that y'all fucking use if that was to happen and Floyd box circles around this motherfucker and make him look stupid the same way Sugar Ray did in their fight. The second fight. But y'all want to put these people on pedestals and act like they never fucking had a bad night or a bad fight or whatever, or just got their ass whooped. So did he just have a bad night when Hearns knocked him out in 2 rounds? See, it's always excuses for people that y'all like. My whole thing about all of that shit is I don't care who you like. But when you sit here and say Floyd would have nothing to keep Duran off him, Floyd himself said Duran was a different type of guy, this and that and all, whatever, and he would have to, you know, be at his best to beat Duran and all that. Nobody's saying Duran is a pushover. What I'm saying to you is he was beat by a fucking guy that nobody, probably his own family, didn't even think he was going to beat Duran. He beat Duran soundly. And you think Floyd can't do the same thing? Look at Floyd's accomplishments. I ain't talking about his mansion, his Learjet. Look at his in-ring. You can't even fucking compare Deontay's career to Floyd's. Yet, y'all find every way possible to try to take greatness and reduce it. But then you take a bum and try to make a bum great. And when you sit and look at a limited fighter and say, yeah, well, what he had got him to where he is. Exactly. To beating fucking C and D level fucking fighters. That's exactly where his fucking challenge took him. And the second he stepped up and went beyond that, he got his ass whooped. And we're hating for being honest. Yo, Dylan White's calling you out. Hell, but Dylan White, his style easy to beat. I knock him out 2-3 rounds. His style easy to beat. Then you go get outboxed by Joseph Parker. Got beat up by Joseph Parker. Are you shitting me, man? Do you see Dylan White fighting motherfuckers ranked 238? In fact, let me tell you something. People can say Dylan White's stupid and he's biting off more he can chew because he's talking about fighting Moses at home. Let me tell you something. That young boy knock you the fuck out. And I think Moses will knock out Dylan White. I think he beats Dylan White. But who gets more respect, though? The motherfucker that's saying, fuck that, I'm jumping into the fire, or a motherfucker that's like, nah, I'm not going nowhere near no fire. I'm going to walk around the fucking fire pit as long as the fire is out. I'm not even going near it. So he told you he's going to fight 2 more tune-ups, which is 2 more bums, and hope that somehow puts him in a position to fight for a title. I told y'all, he's not going to come in there and fight no top-level dudes. And look, he's talking all this shit. Why you don't talk this same kind of shit to Jarrell Miller? And I'm not talking about no interview. Why you don't get in that motherfucker face? Why you talk so much shit about AJ but see him and smile and shake his hand and tell him I was good to see him and then talk shit when he's not around? You do this pussy ass shit, but then we're wrong for calling you out on it. That's some snake shit. You that motherfucker that's on the block, we like, nah, stay your bitch ass over there, man. We don't fuck with you out here. We don't fuck with people like you. Snake ass shit. Yeah, man, but he a good. I don't know Deontay. He might be good to certain people, but for a motherfucker that got so much turmoil in his life, we hear his side of the story and only his side of the story. Now, y'all sit here talking about y'all knew that bitch wasn't no good from the start. Oh, really? So y'all was such big fans of Deontay, but the whole time y'all had ill feelings towards this woman. But none of y'all bitch asses would open up and say that shit, right? Well, it wasn't my place, right? So it ain't your fucking place now to talk shit about it just because she's not with him. She's a human being too, you know. She could be a gold digging, diamond digging motherfucker. I don't know, and that's not my concern. But we know Jamal Charlo went through shit with his woman. We know all of them then had ups and downs and had bad, stupid decisions. Jamal Charlo came clean about doing dumb shit, making bad decisions, and having to mature and grow up and get away from a certain mentality. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fuck. Keyshawn Davis finally made an apology for his actions. Not Deontay. Because Deontay's perfect. He don't make mistakes. He don't make bad decisions. He don't do nothing wrong. He's perfect. It's everybody else. And you know why he loved going on 7-8 Sports? Because 7-8 rolls out the red carpet and let this motherfucker say whatever he's going to say. And glaze him, and he can do no wrong. That's what he does. He chooses to go where people are not going to ask him any tough questions. Anybody's not, and all he's going to do is try to find his way to avoid it anyway. He want to go where he feels comfortable. That's how this motherfucker whole boxing career has been. Protected, padded, and he wants comfortability. I'm the type of person, I would rather know the truth, right? And deal with whatever pain I got to deal with and then heal and get through that, than to go through life comfortable living a lie. He obviously shows you that he don't care about that shit. It's all about him. He got to be the one in charge. He's the head honcho. Yeah, you walking around here fighting dudes ranked 238, former champion, right? You know what? It's like I said, when I was a kid and I used to play basketball with grown ass men, I used to tell them, hey man, don't hold back. Come on, you sure, little man? You sure? Like, yeah, don't hold back. Because, hey, I'm talking 10, 11 years old. By the time I was fucking 12, 13, they like, damn, yo, shit, 14, 15, I'm schooling them motherfuckers now. Because they done beat my ass so many times, you know, so I'm little. They grown-ass men. And even at 14, 15, right, I'm still not grown, but I done put size on, and I done got taller and stronger, and they like, damn, man, this motherfucker... Damn, we done touch your ass too good. Bottom line, I used to see the kids walk up there with the basketball, didn't know what they was doing, and the guy just standing there, you know, like he's trying to stop the shot. And nah, I ain't want you to do that shit to me. Yeah, so now, when I'm in there cooking their asses, we out there having fun. 16, 17, forget about it. Wasn't even close no more. We started playing basketball with Rutgers. We was running scrimmages with fucking Rutgers and shit. We out there playing out there down in North New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? We come out there with our 5, we played a 5, and then, you know, and we was holding our own. Sometimes we beat them, sometimes they beat us. And they thought, they like, yo, what the fuck school y'all play for? Man, we don't play for no fucking school, man. Damn, but y'all could, yeah, because that's the mentality we had. We wanted to really play and, like, be competitive. Now, we ain't out just playing on street ball, throwing the ball up, just doing dumb shit. And we wasn't getting paid for it. See what I'm saying? And you get paid for this sport, man. People don't understand how many times we put our lives on the line. So people say what they want. We go on one end out the other. It don't bother me. That's bullshit. That's why you saying what you saying. Because you listening to what people are saying. They have to talk about how your house is paid for, all your property, you own all this shit. What the fuck that got to do with anything else? Because I guarantee you, a whole lot of them people that was sitting there in Wichita, Kansas, ain't got shit paid for. And they broke as fuck, but they was sitting there supporting you. So what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you even talking about? That's bitch shit. That's pussy. People don't respect that. Oh, real men and women don't respect that. Diamond digging, egotistical, soft, bitch made motherfuckers do. Why? Because, oh, I got this, I got that. Y'all the same motherfuckers that sit up on TikTok and all that shit, got motherfuckers in your house with the camera showing off your little pool. Yeah. And then when your ass lose it all, then you sit up there and shit. They took everything from me. Right now, I'm staying in the motel. And I don't know what I'm going to do. My daughter's with my mom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we supposed to feel sorry for your bitch ass, but you was walking around here calling people broke. You was walking around here comparing how big your house is. We nice. Bro, it ain't about bragging. But this is what the fuck y'all do. And then when y'all lose shit, we supposed to care? Nah, man. Nah. We keep this shit boxing, and you know you don't get that high praise from people outside of your fucking fan base? Or these delusional motherfuckers that don't know shit? You know, they don't really know shit. They got to go Google everything. They got to go, because they don't know shit. You know your name ain't coming up in them conversations, man. You sit here, and I don't care about no greatest of all time, but if you sit here and break down greatest of all times, you got to look at who your accomplishments, who they were done against, you know, what fashion they was done in, you know, who are these people? Man, your resume is not even close. When you sit here and go, but he knocked out all, and name the people he knocked out. Name any one great fighter he knocked out. Well, it's not that they were great. It was okay then. No need to even finish your sentence. That's the point. Knocking out fucking bums makes you great? Maybe in this bum-ass generation. But no, it's not how that shit goes, man. You know, there's people on this earth I respect very much. And I remember somebody asked me a question about, yo, how you think you did against, I think you would have, I'm like, listen, stop. The kind of respect I got for that person, that's not even something, I don't even picture shit like that. But let me say this, there's no one motherfucker on the face of this earth, dead or alive, that I think I can't beat. But you know what, though? I don't walk around thinking about it. That's not how I am. It's not who I am. And things like that don't need to cross my mind, because that's things that will never happen. You the type of motherfucker that'll sit up there and you always talk about how you would knock everybody out in 2 or 3 rounds, how everybody's style so easy. And you sit there turning fights down. You sit there letting people know why you're not interested in those fights, but then say you didn't have opportunities. And you go on there and glaze, right? You know what, though? Everybody that's been watching me know every fucking thing I say about you, it happens. Not just you, other fighters. But the reason that you're so easy to read is because you're repetitive. Your way of thinking is very simple-minded. You say shit, you do things. When you walked around that WBC title, that long-ass trench coat, always walk around, jumping on people's faces, holding that belt across your shoulder, trying to act like a tough guy. You know, all the shit you said, you was always telling somebody what you would do to somebody. But the fights that people wanted to see, your ego made you think you was bigger than everybody else. You was more exciting than everybody else. You didn't need nobody. They needed you. That shit bit you in the ass. That's what you dealing with right now. So yeah, that's what people do, man. You know, it's just like when you was a kid, right? We used to call it snapping on each other and shit. And you know, my thing is I always was nice with a pen, so I could write and I could say shit. I could just off the top of it, look at what you wear, everything. But you know how, like, there's certain lines you won't cross because nothing you're saying you mean. It's just you're being funnier than somebody else, right? As kids and shit. And I ain't really do that shit too much. I did a lot of rap battles and shit like that. But like people would be snapping, right? And notice how when one guy start getting the best of another one, like motherfucker might, like y'all cracking on each other, but it is all out of fun. But then the motherfucker start getting personal. Shit, nigga, that's why you on welfare. Fuck you talking about, nigga, your family poor, nigga. Then that shit turns to a fight, and dude getting shit all broke on both sides. Now y'all was just cracking on each other. Shit that you even saying. Like all the jokes you cracking, nothing that you saying is personal. It's just you saying some shit that's funnier than this person is saying to about you. But none of it's personal. You could be standing up there, everything you got on is brand fucking new. But bottom line, they just crafty finding something to crack on you about. But like I said, it's not personal. Then you make it personal. That motherfucker letting you know he's always had these thoughts about you. So when they start talking about you on welfare, oh yeah, nigga, that's why your mother cheated on your father. I mean, yeah, start getting personal. That's the equivalent of a fucking motherfucker telling you all my shit paid for, blah, 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 this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? I own businesses. What the fuck that got to do with your punk ass in the ring getting knocked the fuck out? Nobody give a fuck about all that shit you talking about. Now nobody know what they talking about because, you know, they don't know my life. Fuck your life. The fuck you talking about? I like the motherfucking Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders ain't shit. I'ma sit up here and debate and tell you how, oh, they this, they that. And no, they once was a long ass time ago. They ain't been shit for a long time. San Antonio Spurs. That David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker combination, that was a long ass time ago. Spurs ain't been shit for a long ass time. What the fuck making any difference about a fighter? Or anybody else for that matter? Nah, y'all delusional. I'm not gonna sit up here and fucking tell you that these motherfuckers are better than what they are. Are y'all that stupid that y'all believe me? Yo, you really don't understand. The Raiders be losing on purpose because they don't be wanting people to talk shit about them. Like you did Joseph Parker. You held back on that motherfucker and didn't knock him out because we kept talking shit. We hurt your feelings, your sensitive ass. Man, stop that bullshit, man. Stop it. That shit is fucking embarrassing. And the fact that these fucking channels, y'all so thirsty to get interviews and get views and likes that you would sit here and let anybody come on your show that you like and talk bullshit. But yet, everything that you hear about another fighter, even when there's no information or no indication that they're ducking or trying to do nothing underhanded, y'all make up shit. Because Champ said so. So yeah, y'all. Anytime motherfuckers start trying to, you know, throw up that how they this is paid for, that's paid for and all, and this and that, yeah. They're letting you know, nigga, I'm better than you in life. That's what they're telling you about yourselves. Even when you cheering for them, their house is still paid for, all they own, right? And you still don't. So the difference between you cheering and booing, right, don't change their perspective of you. They just like when you're glazing them. But you in the same category as the motherfuckers that they talking about that's saying, I don't really like this person's skills. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think this person is that good. Now you start resorting to talking about what you paid for, and then what the fuck you talking about? Then you sitting here bitching about how at the same time you going through stuff in your personal life they don't understand. Man, shut your bitch ass up. That shit is so. I swear to you, man. I see people out here walking up and down the street, man, hungry, dirty, can't take a bath, can't get food. Then I'll stop, go to the restaurant, get them something to eat, man, and help. And just shit like that. That shit just bothers me, man. And then I hear fucking fighters, no different. I told you when Alicia Baumgartner said that bullshit, how you can't argue with broke ass people and all that. And Bill Haney with that bullshit. Man, you flexing your little root. Gives a fuck about all that shit, man. You out here feeding homeless people, Bill. Then you gonna be calling motherfuckers broke? How you gonna feed broke people but then make fun of somebody else because they don't have what you have? They didn't achieve what you and your son achieved. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. We talking from bell to bell. You motherfuckers are the ones that take it and make it personal because people are being honest. They think you're not a good fighter, so fucking what? Prove them wrong. Go in there and beat some top level motherfuckers. And then you ain't had no problem lying, saying AJ take all the easy fights. How the fuck is that your opinion? How could that even be your opinion looking at your own fucking resume? And the fact your ass turned him down. I guess you was an easy fight too then. I guess you was a too easy fight. You the fucking one didn't want to fight him. Champ this, champ that. Man, all that glazing don't mean nothing. But I tell y'all what. He's in it for the paycheck. He can talk all the bullshit he want. You didn't wait to turn this fucking age. Now all of a sudden you so hungry. You can lie to these motherfucking bullshit ass motherfucking little boys that you talk to, but you didn't wait this long, and now all of a sudden you rejuvenated. You so rejuvenated and feel like a new man that you fought a fucking dude, a bum ranked 238. And now that y'all seen what this dude is made of, don't everything I say make far more sense now than I said even before this fucking fight? I told you couldn't even find footage of this dude. You can't find his fights. You didn't even promote this guy in your fight. They didn't do any promotions on him. Because you knew he was a bum. And that's why you fucking picked him. I don't give a fuck what you say. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.